Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about occlusion in complete denture. Actually, we have discussed so many topics like jaw relation, impressions in complete denture in previous video. Let's go into the occlusion in complete denture here. These are the contents. And occlusion is defined as any contact between the incisor or masticated surface of maxillary or mandibular teeth. Important factors are of mainly is concern for retention and stability purpose. Also, occlusion varies in natural and artificial teeth. Then the next purpose is concepts. There are three types of concepts in occlusion. First one is spherical concept, second organic concept, third one is neurogenic concept. First, spherical concept, as we have actually seen before the spherical concept in previous chapter, that is in jaw relation concept. That is, it is spherical concept is discovered by W.G. Monson. The concept is anterior, posterior and mesiodistal incline of artificial teeth should always be in harmony with spherical surface. That is described below. The next one is organic concept. Here, concept is movement of condyle determines the direction of ridges and grooves of teeth. The main aim of organic concept is to relate the occlusal surface of teeth. Muscles and joints always determines the mandibular position here. Then the third one is neurocentric concept. The plane of the occlusal should be flat and parallel to the residual alveolar ridge. It is similar to the monoplane occlusion. It is mainly for setting non-anatomic teeth. Also, it eliminates the anterior, posterior and buccolingual incline. Occlusion consists of various kinds of units. First one is incisal unit, second working unit and third one, final one is balancing unit. Let's go into the types. There are three kinds of occlusion here. First one is balanced occlusion, monoplane occlusion and lingualized occlusion. In this video, we are going to see about the balanced occlusion. Balanced occlusion is defined as a simultaneous contacting of maxillary and mandibular teeth on the right and left in posterior and anterior occlusal areas in centric and eccentric positions. Developed for lesson limiting the tripping or rotating denture base in relation to supporting structures. In definition, we have kept memorized like such as 4 points. First one, maxillary and mandibular teeth. Second, right and left. Third, posterior and anterior. Fourth is centric and eccentric position. Its main aim is to limit tipping or rotating. Requirements of balanced occlusion are of gliding mechanism, no interference while mechanism, protrusive movements, and final one is balancing side. Here important factors according to step A, enter bolus, exit balance. It's mainly for maintaining the stability of denture. In balanced occlusion, there are four types of balanced occlusion. First one is unilateral, second bilateral, third protrusive, and final one is lateral. First, we go into unilateral balanced occlusion. This type of occlusion seen only on the one surface. It is smooth and also has uninterrupted glide. Because of only one surface masticationary purpose and also retention purpose, it is not comfortable for complete denture. It is only mainly for fixed partial denture. The next one is bilateral. It occurs both simultaneously on both sides and also in centric and eccentric positions. Distributes mostly occlusal load, mainly for improving the stability. For minimal balance of bilateral balanced occlusion, 3 points should contact on the occlusal plane. Then next one is protrusive. Here the concept is mandible moves forward and occlusal contacts are smooth and simultaneously remains in the same place anteriorly and posterior. Here also 3 points of occlusal plane should be present. 2 points in the posterior direction and 1 in the anterior direction. The protrusive movements is absent in natural dentition. Protrusive movements are inclination of condyle of occlusion. Then these are posterior contact during the protrusive to maintain the balance, and the balancing ramps made of acrylic to provide posterior balance during protrusive moments. Then the last one is lateral balanced occlusion. Minimal simultaneous contact points occurs and also absent in natural dentition. Comparatively for protrusive movements, lateral is always a minimal one. Here canine is involved as an opposing surface. A important point is balancing and working side should be always maintained simultaneously to prevent the loss of stability. Factors involved are angle of inclination, angle of incisal guidance, and compensating curves. Let's go into the concepts of balanced occlusion. Here are various concepts of balanced occlusion. Let's go into one by one. First one is Geizy, second French, third Sears, fourth one is pleasure, next Frisch's concept, then the Annau's count, and the next one is Trapezoidal concept, Boucher's concept, Lot's concept, Levin's concept. First, Geizy concept. It is discovered in 1914. First concept of balanced occlusion. Here concept is 33-degree anatomic teeth is always used under various movements to enhance stability. Then the next concept is French concept. It is discovered in 1954. Mainly concept is proposing the lowering the lower occlusal plane to increase the stability if denture with balance with occlusion. Here always used upper first molar in 5-degree inclination, second premolar in 10-degree and molar in 15-degree. Always increases with the dentition occurred first premolar, second premolar and molar. It is always French concept is used modified anatomic teeth to attain the balanced occlusion. Then next one is Sears concept. It's mainly for balancing non-anatomic teeth using posterior balancing ramps. Curves are always anterior, posteriorly and laterally. Next one is pleasure concept. It is also referred as posterior reverse lateral cut, mainly for aligning or arranging the posterior teeth to increase the stability. Next concept is Frisch concept. Frisch one-dimensional relationship, reshaping. 2 points are involved. Frisch concept, one-dimensional relationship and also reshaping reshape during trying. Then the next one is Annau's count. Here Annau's count, as Rudolf Annau has discovered the Annau's count. He has proposed 9 factors. First one is horizontal condylar inclination, second compensating curve, third protrusive incisal guidance, fourth plane of orientation, 5 is buccolingual inclination of tooth axis. The sixth one is sagittal condylar pathway, seventh is sagittal incisal guidance, tooth alignment and relative cuts. These 9 concepts together referred as law of balanced articulation. In these 9 factors, 5 factors are referred as these are the 9 factors. Annau's count, arrows away from the center, increases the jaw separation. First one, incisal curve, inclination, condylar path, plane of occlusion, incisal guidance. Then the formulated 5 factors are there. These 5 formulated factors are referred as Annau's count. First one is the condylar guidance, next is incisal guidance, third is compensating curves, fourth relative cuspide, and the next final one is plane of orientation. These together 5 are referred as Annau's count, but the 9 factors referred as law of balanced articulation. Let's go into the Trapezoidal concept. A Trapezoidal concept is nothing but a simplified Annau's count, mainly used as a triad of occlusion. In this concept, they have proposed 3 factors from the 5 factors of Annau's count for determining the balanced occlusion. It also eliminates the compensating curves and plane of orientation because of its structures and variability. This is the Trapezoidal concept of triad of occlusion. 3 factors are involved: incisal guidance, cusp angle, and cusp condylar guidance. These are progressively towards a denture, maxillary denture, mandibular denture. Then the next concept is Boucher concept. It is also a confronted of compensating curve. Third one is angulation of cusp. Exactly as if natural teeth were present. He also stated that the value of compensating curve is that permits the alteration of cuspide without altering form, that is manufactured. Then the next concept is Lot's concept. It also relates posterior relationship. During protrusion, greater the angle of condyle will always be increases the angle of posterior separation. If the angle of overbite is greater, then the separation of anterior and posterior regions will be greater. 3 regions are involved. First one, angle of condylar pathway, second, angle of overbite, third is separation of posterior tooth. These 3 factors are involved in the Lot's concept, mainly for posterior relation, and during protrusive movement, 3 factors: angle of condylar pathway, angle of overbite, and separation of posterior tooth. These are the law of concept developed by the Lot. This is posterior separation is mainly involved, and also other factors involved are condylar path, incisal guidance, compensating curves, plane of orientation, cuspide. Then the Levin's concept. Going to the Levin's concept, here plane of occlusion always alters 1 to 2 mm. It is also named as other factors as quad. Essential ones are condylar guidance should be fixed, In incisal guidance, patient's aesthetic and phonetic requirements is mainly involved. Also, compensating curves and cusp teeth are present here. In the factors of let's go into the factors of balanced occlusion. It is a basic determinant of balanced occlusion. Factors are inclination of condylar pathway, incisal guidance, orientation of plane, cuspal angle, and compensating curves. Let's see one by one. First one is inclination of condylar pathway. This is the first factor, and also here protrusive registration is mainly involved. It also increased in condylar guidance so as to increases the jaw separation. Here mainly steep condylar guidance is involved here. Then the next one is incisal guidance. Incisal guidance is the concept is influencing of contracting the surface of maxillary and mandibular anterior teeth on the mandibular movements. It also acts as a controlling path for the movement of maxillary and mandibular cast. In incisal guidance, if oversight is increased, inclination oversight is always indirectly proportional to the inclination. Here, components used are protrusive incisal guide table, incisal guide angle. Influences is shaping the posterior tooth, mainly used for aesthetics, functions, and phonetics. Then the next one is occlusal plane. It is also known as plane of occlusion. Here, the concept the occlusal plane is referred as imaginary surface anatomically related to the cranium part and theoretically touches the incisal edges and also the occlusal tip of posterior tooth. Occlusal plane is always parallel to the ala or tragus line. Next we go into the compensating curves. Here only two curves are involved here, anterior posterior curves and lateral curves. In anterior posterior curve, the curve involved is curve of P. It is defined as an anatomic curvature of occlusal alignment of teeth beginning at the tip of the lower canine and following the buccal cusp of premolars and molars, and also it continues mainly to the anterior bodies. The curve of P is seen in natural dentition. The disadvantage is disocclusion occurs during protrusion because teeth doesn't get arranged properly. So disocclusion can be occur here. Next one is lateral compensating curves. It always runs transversely from one side of the arch to the other side. Also here referred as curve of Monson. In anterior posterior curve of P is involved. In lateral compensating curve of Monson is involved. Curve of Monson is defined as curve of occlusion in each incisal and cuspal edges touches a segment of diameter of 8 inches which is centered in the region from the gabrella region. It also runs across the palatal and buccal cusp of the maxillary molars. Here, balanced relationship should be always occur. The next one is anti-Monson curve. It is also referred as Wilson's curve. Here, curve is related like which is the convex upwards. Two kinds of curves are involved here, reverse and pleasure curve, and also cuspal angle is involved here. It doesn't provide any interference with the lateral movements. This one is a reverse lateral curve and the pleasure curve lateral view. Here the second premolar region and the first molar allows a reverse curve, but anterior posterior compensating curves doesn't involve. Then to the frontal view, it always runs from the lingual cusp of the second premolar to the distobuccal side of the second molar. Reverse curve is defined as curve of occlusion in transverse position which confirms in the line which is convex upwards. It also mainly used for improving the stability. The next one is pleasure curve. It also same kind of reverse, but except in last molars, the positions are variously involved here. Mainly used for balancing the occlusion and also the stability purpose. The next one is cuspal angle. This one is the angle made by average slope of cusp with the cusp measuring mesiodistally or buccolingually. Thank you. First we have in occlusion part we have seen as what is meant by occlusion, types of occlusion, and also let's go concepts of occlusion. Next in balanced occlusion, types, factors and theories, concepts related to the balanced occlusion. Here main important question is Anau's count is involved here, and also concepts such as Geizy concept, Freezer concept are also involved here. Thank you for keep supporting me always.